Hey gamers, Junior Gamer TV here. So today I'm going to be giving you tips and tricks for the Bloop Fisch for Astraeus Serenade quest. And before we start, please hit that like and subscribe button because we are very close to 600 subscribers and I would love it. I would actually love it if we hit 600 before summer. Thank you. So, the first thing to know is how do you spawn the Bloop? The Bloop Fisch actually can be spawned pretty sure in 3 different ways, if you don't include admin views. So there are basically 2 ways to spawn it actually. So the first way is through Bloop Whistle. The second is by replacing an abundance event at 9%. So I'm going to explain on how both of these work, okay? Well, abundance events happen every few minutes, every 10 minutes, 13 minutes, 14 minutes, like that. And every time it happens, just like a shark hunt, it has a 9% chance to replace it. So I also, if you need to be AFK or something, I recommend setting up an AFK macro or something, or just be AFK in a server for a long time. You'll most likely get it, but don't be too AFK because it's not like a shark hunt where it stays forever until someone catches it. Now, if no one catches it, it will go back into the water, never to be seen again. So if you don't have Bloop Whistles and you can't find any good trades, waiting for a Bloop could be the right decision to make for yourself. Now, moving on to the Bloop Whistle. The Bloop Whistle is an item that can be obtained 2 different ways. One, through angler quests at a 1.6% chance, was actually the highest rate you can get it at all. The second one being daily shop at a 0.5% chance. Yes, I know the odds are actually horrible, but it's the best we have. So, if you're doing angler quests, I recommend farming angler quests at the depths in Sunstone Island, because none of those fish are hard to get, and not too hard to get, and they're pretty easy and simple. And I recommend also having lots of free time if you do want to farm angler quests non-stop, since every 2 minutes he asks for a new quest, asks for new fish and stuff like that. Anyways, moving on. Now the next thing is, what enchants do I use? Well, here are some secondary enchants I recommend having if you want to catch a Bloop Fisch pretty easily. So the first one, the top spot, goes to Rage, and it is an enchant that can be obtained through Twisted Relics, which actually can be purchased from Merlin at Sunstone Island, after you repair his magical ball. Woo. So you're probably wondering what the price of the Twisted Relic is. It is 500k for one, so I recommend farming up some money before doing this quest. You need it anyway. Anyways, Rage at number 1. 2 goes to Piercing. Piercing is an enchant that can be obtained through Exalted Relics, and it actually is a top enchant because, it gives lots of progress speed when it slashes. And you're probably wondering, then why is Rage above Piercing? Because Rage actually slashes at the same amount of progress speed, if not more, but faster. So that is exactly why it's above Piercing, because Piercing slashes at its own pace. Rage, on the other hand, slashes actually extremely fast. Not extremely fast, but fast enough to keep up with the Bloop Fisch. So that's why I also recommend. And the third and final one I recommend is Chaotic. I recommend having any enchants that give slashes. And that is all the primary enchants I recommend having. All the other ones, you could use Chronos. I don't know how you pronounce it. I think it's Chronos, yeah. Chronos. I don't know. Please correct me in the comments. Okay. For secondary enchants, I recommend Chirogenic, Overclocked, and if you do have Festive Relic still, from Fishmas 2, is having Peppermint, since it gives slashes and it actually stuns fish too. So the top spot goes to Overclocked, and the second spot goes to Chirogenic. You're probably wondering, why is Overclocked above Chirogenic? That's because Overclocked is always active, and it forces 5% progress speed, which in this case moves the Bloop down from -97 to -92. Which actually, while you have it on your bar, actually trying to slash it to catch it, you're gaining progress speed as it slashes, which actually is a huge help. The reason why Chirogenic's at 2 is because it's only a small % chance for it to freeze the fish fully. But it is actually extremely useful if you do want to use Chirogenic. And the reason why I put Peppermint down at 3 is because not everybody has Festive Relics. And you're probably wondering, how do I get Chirogenic and Overclocked? From Cosmic Relics, which actually can be obtained kind of rarely, You can actually get one by actually coming in 7 days a week. Like the BTS song. I'm just kidding. You can actually get it by logging in 7 days in a row on the final day. 2, you can get it from fishing, and there are so many other ways you can obtain it. So many other ways to obtain it. I will make a Cosmic Relics video soon. So, moving on to what do I do when I actually get the Bloop fish spawned? Well, here are things you need to know before actually spawning the Bloop fish. Is do not spawn it in a public server if you want to actually catch it yourself. Which is obvious, possibly. Yeah, that's why you probably came here. But the reason why you're probably asking is, why would I need to spawn it in an empty server and not a public server since it would have an Aurora active? Well, here's the thing. If you spawn it in a public server, it'll obviously get flooded with people. You don't want that, because if you messed up on one Breeze Bluefish, another person could swoop in and take it. So that's why I recommend going to either a private server or a very empty server before spawning it. And a bait I recommend using is Luminous Larva and Sapphire Krill, which can be obtained through tropical bait crates at Sunstone Island. So yeah, so one last tip and one personal tip is stay calm, do not panic. When the bite happens, just focus on getting it back on your bar and focus on keeping up with it too. And that is everything. Thank you for watching.